Story time, coming to us from an ancient rhyme. Witches, dragons, saints and kings, weavers of spells and magic things, forest of grass and mountains of dark. Here comes the story, hark! Evening rise, spirit comes, sun goes down when the summer's done. Frozen earth awakens, her rime-hearted Mother Earth.
Okay, welcome everyone. Both of those two little intro tunes, one from the last campaign, Descent into Avernus, and this one, written and recorded in my home by one of my kids, who she's got a closing done to, which we'll hear at the end of the show. Show, game, whatever. So welcome to the first episode of Rime of the Frost Maiden. The book comes out in less than a week, so I'm hungry for that, but there's lots of material that's already been released by Wizards, so we're jumping straight into that, which is also a launching point and a prelude to getting to Icewind Dale. So what I'm going to do is... I'm Anthony, just for and dungeon mastering this session. We'll okay. So I'm gonna just jump straight into this for now, and then we'll go from there. So as you can see, your characters, and we won't go into that. You can see the names on screen and so on of everyone, are all on screen, and you've just arrived one by one and been ushered into the offices of the Luskan deliverers within Luskan. You have, while you are bright-eyed and bushy-tailed and have no experience at all adventuring, you are all freshly trained and raring to do something, get stuck into whatever it is that your goals are. The Luskan deliverers are famous, or semi-famous in the north, for as a courier service, and they provide services of specialty pickup and deliveries in extreme circumstances. And you've signed on and just come through with your introductory note. Basically, you've handed in your CV and been ushered in for your first audience with your direct manager or captain of this sort of mercenary company. So it's still effectively a mercenary company. You can see you've just come in the door, and there's this half-orc, well-dressed, at a table with 6 chairs around it, and he stands at you being ushered in by the guards outside, and gestures for you to come and take a seat. There's 6 stools around the room. So you sort of file in and take a seat, eyeing each other off, not warily, but you don't know each other. And he says, right, and he's got a sheaf of papers in front of him, and sort of clears his throat. Right, looks over a few, and you can see your names are on a couple of the pieces of paper, the people who are sitting closer to him. He's got shaven hair above his ears, all the way down the 2 sides of his head, but otherwise the hair that's on top is slicked back immaculately, and he looks like he's impeccably groomed. Sharply dressed half-orc. He's got a few scars on him. And his forearms are not massive, but very tightly knotted. And you can tell that he's seen a fair bit of action. He says, right, back to business. Brand new members of the Luskan Deliverers. I'm proud to announce that your first adventure is about to begin. I'm Parcel Master Lennart Bask. Parcel Master, you gather, is the deliverer title. I'm leader of the Luskan Deliverers, your new mercenary company. I see you're a bit new to this game, but we like to have larger groups, travel in numbers. It's always ensures survivability. Our lone deliverers don't tend to last too long. He's a half-orc, broad, solid physique. We've been contacted by a number of people throughout Luskan, all of whom have deliveries bound north, and I guess for some reason you've all got some reason to get a bit of gold in your pocket and get a funded trip north. Your fellows, other deliverers and crew are outfitting a ship ready to take these specialist goods northward. There's a ship called the Icebreaker, and any of you with a maritime or Luskan background might have even heard of the Icebreaker being a famous Luskan deliverer package vessel. But apparently it's pretty quick, and it's also good at navigating the ice fields further to the north. Now I've got and one of the papers that Alan shuffles. It says here's a map of the city, and I've marked on it some places, and there's a list of people with packages. But first, I'd like to know a bit about yourselves. So if you could tell me a bit about yourself. Obviously, the interview's passed, but you'll be travelling together, and you've been assigned to travel together in this endeavour. So yeah, introduce yourselves and tell me a little bit about yourself. What do you do? What do you bring to this venture? And he looks to you, Elros. Who's just rejoined. Did you catch that, Zach? You're muted. All right, I'm just skip straight to you.
I can hear him.
I can hear him fine.
I can hear him fine.
No, what's happening there? Oh, I cannot. What I'll do is I'll reconnect in roll 20, but I'll shoot straight to you, Jackus. Half orc on the end. Similar sort of race, similar background to your person. So if you would like to describe yourself, give yourself an introduction to the group and to the leader.
Oh, am I starting now?
Yeah.
Alright, nice to see a fellow half-orc. There's not much of us around these places. My name is Jacquus. I'm a paladin by trade, but I used to be a soldier from Neverwinter. I stopped serving my duty, and I'm just looking to move far from the city as much as I can for now.
Okay. And what about you, Tiefling? What's your name again? Ash, is that right? Rifle series papers.
Yes, Asher Louise at your service. I am a medic with some small ability in combat and magic. I'm very happy to get some coin in my coin in my pocket, as you said.
Did you say porn in your pocket? Coin in your pocket. Okay. Well, yes.
I said coin, and then thought better of it.
Very good. And you, and he looks to you, Sharpwise.
My name's Sharpwise. Most people just call me Sharpie. I'm just a I know. Servant and helping hand, really. Can turn my hand to most things.
Okay. You can tell that you're sort of being a little evasive. I'm a servant and a helping hand, good at everything. And then he turns to you, Threads.
Well, my name is Threads, and I'm not really doing anything. I'm just so excited to be here. It's just all so wonderful.
Okay. Can you describe how you look currently? Just so people know, rather than what you say, how do you look to everyone?
Currently, spring full.
Okay.
I don't know, like kind of skin is sort of pinkish kind of shade, and like just very like everything about hers is very vibrant right now.
Okay. So your colouring and demeanour match. Okay.
Yep.
Elros, are you with us? I'm not hearing anything.
What does Ashley Louise look like?
Oh, yeah.
The token is very tiefling.
Yeah, she looks like a sort of pale reddish purple tiefling with brunette hair and gold eyes.
Cool. Okay. So that token's pretty accurate. Cool.
I mean, I found the token and thought, well, this will do. Yeah.
Okay.
I've played a few before, actually.
That was weird. I crashed.
Is that you, Zach?
Yeah, I'm here.
I'm here too.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, I don't know what it was, but I lost your voice for some reason. Okay,
yeah, it disconnected me and reconnected me and disconnected me again, so
okay.
I thought I'd just jump out and jump back in.
Yeah, no worries. So if I run through again, just to make sure I'm clear, we've got a half-orc paladin, a tiefling with red skin or gold or what's...
Yeah, pale red.
Yeah,
like almost
not
like
red as in sort of standard devil red, but okay, so with that tinge, yeah, rather than pinky, it's sort of yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Elros is a half elf with a beard, is that right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. He's also got lots of lightning bolt tattoos all on his arms and on his face, like just under his eyes, on his cheeks. He's got 2 lightning bolts just under his cheeks.
Okay.
But they don't appear to be tattoos, though.
Okay.
They appear to be like birthmarks.
Right.
But
okay, so and you're just dressed as in travelling gear, no armour and stuff like that?
nope.
Okay.
No armor. Just in traveling clothes.
Yeah.
And funny enough, I don't seem affected by the cold.
Okay. All right. Just so I'm clear, Sharpwise, how do you appear to people at the table?
He's pretty nondescript. He is wearing some leather armor.
Okay.
Sort of like a headband, with almost like a sports band.
Right.
Does have 3 scars on one cheek.
Okay.
Like he got clawed by a bear a long time ago. Other than that,
right,
that's
okay.
pretty much his own distinguishing feature.
Yep. And Threads, you're dressed very woodsy, leather as well, I believe, with a bow and sword and whatnot.
Yep.
Okay.
I'd like to say she has like short white hair, but her skin and her hair, depending on the season that she's in, kind of change shade. So like blue when winter, pink when spring, stuff like that. So she does visibly look different as she goes through her seasonal changes.
Right. Okay. So this half-orc stands up and says, "I'll leave you to it. You can use this table to plan where you're going and what you're going to do next. But here's the list of pickups we need. I do have other deliverers, so if you could do at least 3 of these, that would be great. And you should expect some payment on pick up of the parcel, and then you'll get paid the other portion once they are delivered at the end point. And so he sort of trots off and heads through into one of the offices. So this is sort of like a larger meeting room close to the entrance to the Luskan Deliverers headquarters, offices. So what I'll do is I'm going to show you a handout. Where is it? Of deliveries. Let me know if you can see this on screen.
No, nothing yet.
No, can't see anything. I'll try show to players again. Okay, save.
Oh, there we go.
Can you see
Got
that?
it.
Yep.
Great. Okay, so just reading through those, Makath the Crimson, a member of the Arcane Brotherhood, can be found studying in the ground floor of the Commons in the host tower of the Arcane. The next package pickup, Felrek Lafine, a swashbuckler, associated with Brigand Earth, which you know is another mercenary company. And he can be found on the Heartbreaker, moored on Dragon Beach. He gives you a map of Luskan so you can easily find your way to these areas and plan where you're going to go, which ones you're going to pick to do. If you want to do more of them, then that's fine as well. The pier closest to Cutlass Island. Dragonbait is a sort of dragon warrior, and is in another tavern near to Blood Island. Another figure, Rule, so fairly close to the other sort of pirate and low areas of the city, associated with Kraken worshipping occultists from what can be gathered, and he can be found at the Cutlass, a low-life tavern on the Dragon Beach. Vanifer, a exiled cult leader or former cult leader, is in the ruins of Alusk, and there's a ruin almost in the middle of the city where some devastation had happened at some point in the past, and she's sort of destitute and living amongst those ruins. And lastly, Nezna, the Black Spider, a drow, not necessarily accepted by the city, but known and given at least official permission to move about in the city. And he's in the lighthouse near the open shore. So that should be in your journals, and you can open that up when you want to. And I'm just going to move you to, just for ease, another map of the city. And your tokens don't really matter for this purposes, but I presume this will be resolving for you now.
So where did we come from? Where was
Captain's
the...
Court. You can see I'm pinging down here where Captain's Court is.
Okay.
Bottom corner. If I hold shift, that'll draw your attention to it because it'll centre it.
Alright.
And the Dragon Beach is mentioned on one of these, like down here. So is Cutlass Island. There's the ruins of Alusk. And if you cross the bridge over to Blood Island, there's one of the pickups was here, and there's another one, the host tower. Oh, sorry, here you can see the 5-pointed tower on the Cutlass Island on the northmost point, which is the host tower of the Arcane. Probably the most famous locality in Luskan. As you can see, it's not actually a huge city. A few blocks in a fairly densely packed walled town. But the host tower of the Arcane is a centre of wizardry, arcane might, and concentration of sages as well. So
What was that?
that was here. So I'm just going to bring that list back up so I can see it, the deliveries. I'll throw it to you guys to plan out what you want to do and where you want to go.
Well, there's 2 near the Dragon Beach.
Yeah, I think this one
That's
is the
probably the
closest.
closest, mate.
Yeah, right. So I think we should hit this one first.
Mm-hmm.
Then the ruins, maybe.
Yep. Okay. Dragon Reach. I'm just eyeballing the handout here. Ah, yes. Felrek Lakeen, the Heartbreaker.
Hopefully near the Tavern.
And Rule as well. Plague-infested Tavern. So it's late afternoon, but you can roll up your map, roll up your list of who you're picking stuff up from, and head out into the broader city. Any particular direction or route you want to take?
We're heading to Dragon Beach, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so unless there's a gate through that wall, go round the south corner.
I think here,
Ah, yeah,
this one.
okay, so skirt along here, along the city wall, and then head out onto Dragon Beach from there. Okay. So the first location you will hit in that travelling that journey will get you to. I have to keep. I get rid of the deliverer's handout and then move it back. Yeah, the Cutlass, the Tavern. So you can ask people where it is. Does anyone have backgrounds in the north associated with maritime, soldiers, or Luskan in general?
I have a soldier background.
Okay. No other backgrounds are relevant? Okay,
Yeah.
so for who was that? That was the half orc, wasn't it? Can't see. Jackus. Yeah. So this is sort of anti-territory from you. So you're from the military, and they would all sort of hang out in a different part of town on the other side of the river, mostly. This was more the outlaws, whereas you're coming from the side of the law, even though it's military. But it's like cop bars and gangster bars, they're very different. Okay, I'm just going to shift maps again. And,
Anthony, is that music going through Discord or Roll20 or what?
it's going through Roll20. And it'll shift when I move to the next tavern.
Great. I'll see if I can find a way to shut that off.
I can too. If it's getting too much, I can turn the volume down. It's mainly just putting a bit of context around it, but it's only really intended for the start of each of the sessions.
No, it's just that it's my internet. One extra stream just cuts me right out.
Oh, really? Okay. All right. Now, are you seeing this resolve? Before I go on.
We're seeing a blank square, a blank map.
Okay.
Should we drag our tokens in?
Yep.
Oh, there we go.
Is that better?
Yep.
Okay. So, moving on. It's at this time of day, it's not got a lot of custom, but there's still a few patrons, as you can see, sitting around. Almost as many staff as patrons that there are, and you can see that there is a half orc towards the back corner. I'll ping him. Down here. He's got a coiled whip at his hip and a sword. and you see a half-orc sort of... he looks almost out of his mind. He's sort of having trouble sitting on a chair. Anyone want to do anything from here?
Sorry, what was that last line again?
I've just said he's having He's having trouble sitting on a chair. He's so hammered. Looks like he's been here all day.
I want to
Guys
whisper.
just walk up, stand on a stool,
Okay.
and ask the barman if he's seen Rule.
He sort of keeps. The guy says right across there, and he gestures again over to this guy in the corner there.
Thanks. Looks like he's had a few too many.
Oh, he's down on his luck.
I'll get closer and just like,
Chuck
hey
us.
bro, how are you? You feeling good?
Okay, he sort of looks at you up through one sort of squinty eye, as if he's just trying to keep the light out. He's clutching a bottle of outrageously expensive-looking brandy to his chest. It's sort of wrapped up in cloth, but you can tell it's good quality, although you don't know how good. Not just by looking at the top.
I'll try to sit him down, I guess.
You're sitting down at the table?
Yeah.
And
I'll
he's
try to sit him down as well.
Oh yeah, he's sort of not sliding off, but he looks and squints up and says, "Get your hands off! What do you want?" Ash, you're
are
there
you
too,
Rule?
and I assume Elros and Threads, you're sort of covering the room, keeping an eye out.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
We're looking for Rule.
What do you want with him?
Just simple pickup for delivery.
Delivery, eh? He sort of coughs and splutters and spits on the floor. He says, "Right, I'm not giving this to anyone. You're going to have to show me." And he sort of... Maybe in a former life he would have just done a kick up and landed on his feet without even using his hands. He tries to stand up and the stool goes flying. He stands to his feet and draws his sword and says, "Right, come on. I'll test your skills. I'll skill your tests." And he goes to attack you. It is absolutely no surprise. So you can, there's no need for a surprise roll or anything like that. But it looks like he's about to. And, this is like murder. He's about to attack you with a short sword.
Hold on. How about we just arm wrestle for it?
He is getting. It looks like he's either he's not hearing, or he's not seeing, or he's just too pissed to know better.
Alright.
So you can roll an initiative roll. The way you do that, just for everyone, click on your icon first, and then you've got it. Click on your icon, and once that's selected, then you roll your initiative, either in D&D Beyond, and that will insert you into the turn order.
Initiative or just the team? I think we all are.
All right. Yeah, I think that's everyone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll sort them descending. Sharpwise, you are, with a turn breaker, beating this guy. He is quick. You see this guy lurch to his feet.
Wow, he is really quick for a drunk guy.
He is.
Well, I don't know how good Jackus is in a fight, so I'm just going to, out of his headband, rip his sling out,
Okay.
stick a sling out of his pocket, and just whip it over that guy's head. See if I can knock something.
Okay. There's
Knock some sense into this
There's a
half-orc.
patron right next to you, which is a little bit in the way, and another one just here. And Jackus is also obscuring the line to him.
I'll stand on the bar if I have to.
Yeah, okay, all right. So you climb up onto the bar, and you can get it. Yeah, you position yourself how you like, but that'll give you a line. Let's do a. Yeah, no worries. So that negates what would have been at least partial cover, and you can sling your sling at this dude. Go for it. Sling, okay. Not with advantage, I presume.
Yeah, or that was just the regular thing
Yeah,
automatically does advantage.
Okay, so you've got it rolling twice, and if it's an advantage, then we'll take the highest. If it's then no. Otherwise, we just take the first one. So 8 is
correct.
Is going to be miss. Armor class 10's probably the minimum. Let's see. So so your trace of fire goes out to one side, and now you know how to. You got your line in. And I'm gonna. Do you want to do anything else? You've only moved sort of 10 feet to get to there.
No, that's where he's going to be.
Okay. So then this guy goes, and so he's drawn a short sword, and he strikes at you, Jackus. What is your armor class?
18.
18. Holy moly! Oh, you got a shield as well, don't you?
Yeah.
Okay, so he swings at you. You can tell he's at disadvantage because he's deep in his cups from throughout the day or days that he's been sitting here, and you fairly easily duck out the way. But he, you sort of step back and he misses, and he sort of reverses the swing and swishes back again, this time doing a thrust. And also, you easily dodge that. He lurches through trying to stab you.
Nice.
Ash, what do you want to do?
Well, the tiefling, who was just sort of like quietly, and almost shyly just bobbing behind Jackus, upon seeing her companion being assaulted basically by a drunken thug, will just almost like reflexively just hold out an open hand towards the drunken person and say, "Our Lady of Silver, protect us." And a silver, blue, and pale violet kind of fire glows in her hand. It's like a cold, like moonlight-colored flame, and it just sends out like a little silvery blue fireball towards the guy. And I cast Sacred Flame.
Sacred Flame. And what does he have to do for that? Save, I presume, or do you roll to hit?
He makes a dex save.
Okay. He gets disadvantage to that because of his condition, and he fails. How much damage is that going to do?
2 radiant damage.
Okay. So I've had a missed sling, and some of his clothing catches fire, and he sort of bats it out. And anything else? No movement?
No, I'll stay where I am.
Okay. Jackus.
Alright, I'm not one to back down from a fight, so if you want one, I'll give it to you. I'll bring it to you. I'll swing at him with my battle axe.
Oh, hey, alright, business. Okay, go for it. An 8. Okay, so you swing wildly in anger at this guy, and he sort of and miss him completely.
Yeah.
Clearly his Drunken Master style is paying off. Any other actions you want to do? No other bonus action or movement?
No, that's my turn.
Okay. Elros, where are you? Okay, towards the back there by the stairs.
Right there.
Okay.
And I'm going to cast Firebolt on him.
All right. So a streak of fire shoots out of your hand and towards him. Roll to hit.
Mm.
Holy moly. Okay, you hit him. 1 damage.
We're not rolling great damage, are we?
Okay.
No, I was sort of thinking like I don't want to injure him too much, so just a little bit.
It's like flicking his ear. You've just sort of flicked his ear, just trying to let him know that you're there. Okay.
Yep.
Threads.
So Threads kind of finally zones back in from where she's kind of just excitedly kind of spinning around a little bit.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, how exciting a fight! And moves up here and attacks with her longbow.
Okay. Roll to hit.
$13 to hit.
13. Let's have a look. You hit him. He has
wonderful.
he has pieces of studded leather on him, but it looks like it's so well worn and aged that it's not affording him much protection. 10 piercing damage.
Yep, 10 piercing damage.
Okay, the force of a 10 hit point longbow bolt blows him over onto his side, and this whole table sort of flips over. He is knocked over on his ass, prone, and you can hear him sort of, and his eyes sort of roll back in his head for a moment. He belches and he goes, "Oh, all right, here you go. This is it. Well done." And he sort of lays there and then breathes out this long, and falls asleep. And this bottle of brandy rolls towards you, Jackus.
Pick it up and start it.
Okay. It looks like it's been packaged up to keep it safe.
Okay, all right.
You see a groan from this guy that this half orc that you're standing over, and he sort of comes to slightly, and he sort of squints up at you through the same eye that he was looking at you at the start, and he said, "Oh, the check's with your ship." And then he flakes back out again.
Okay. Thank you. I mean, it didn't have to be this difficult, but okay.
Okay.
How bad are his wounds? Like, can I make a medicine check on him?
Yeah, he looks more injured by alcohol than any longbow bolt, but there was enough force to knock him over.
Fair enough.
But yeah, he's let's see. Yeah, sort of like it's just grazed damage, a bit of a bruise from where it's hit where the arrow has hit him.
Did Leonard say how much money he was supposed to give us for this?
No.
Oh, well, if you didn't ask for any, he doesn't get any.
Maybe you guys will be drinking brandy tonight. Who knows?
Yeah.
We'll just look over his prone form and say, if it is, the transportation of the mind you seek, may I suggest meditating on the moonlight on the sea rather than trying to find it at the bottom of a bottle?
Sharpwise, this bartender sort of looks over. He's been watching the whole thing happen, and he sort of, nudges you as if you're one of his co-conspirators watching these events transpire. He says, he used to be something around here. He was a first mate on one of the most famous pirate ships around.
pirate.
Well, for sure, if I drank that much, I'd be dead.
Yeah.
Still, must be good money for you.
Yep, when I can get it out of him. Right, so do you guys want to head on to your next event or play location, or do you want to settle in here or do anything else here?
I want to sort of chat with the group, but in private. So, like, maybe if we're on our travels, like just walking out of, if there's a moment to chat.
Yep. With who, sorry?
Just to the group in general. I'll just, like, Ash will just pipe up and say, I didn't realize that we were transporting parcels for pirates and the like. Do we even know what we're transporting? What if it's something bad?
I haven't seen any bad drink before.
Well, wasn't one of our parcels supposed to be either from or to the Arcane Brotherhood?
Wouldn't mind doing that.
Yes.
Yes.
The Arcane Brotherhood is a consortium of wizards that has sometimes posed a threat to the Ten Towns. They're like the Zentarim, they're faintly sinister. I think I'd like to know what we're transporting for them.
Well, there's a good way to find out.
That's just Luskan.
There's only one way to find out. We have to see it when we go there.
The host tower is not too far from here, if I recall.
Might as well stop at that ship on the way, though.
Oh yeah, there was a ship nearby which has got another pickup point. What was that? So you've done Rule, the Shady Figure on Dragon Beach.
Heartbreaker, I think it's called.
Ah yes, the Heartbreaker, Felrek Lafine. Okay, so you're all heading out?
Yep.
Is that right?
Sharpie, you'll poke his head out the door and just case the scene
Yeah,
where he
okay.
walks out and gets his pony.
Yeah, okay. Could you do a perception for... Oh, no, investigation, if it's actually actively looking around. Where is it? I can't see it here. Oh, there we go. Okay, you're fairly confident that there's nothing untoward, nobody following you or anything like that? No danger present as far as you can tell? Much the same as when you came in.
Cool. I'll wait for the others to catch up and head on.
Okay, you head out through the door as a group, and I'll move you on to the next area. Okay. Let me know when you can see.
Have we
this
lost Ash?
resolved?
I sort of, I think my roll 20 may have skipped a beat there, but
You're back now. Okay, so you head down to the where there's a ship moored. Lots of jetties just poking out from the beach directly out into the ocean, and or into the the cove or the bay, and you can find the Heartbreaker easy enough. Where the gangplank is, there's a drow, which I'm pinging for you, indicating that it might be something similar to what you're looking for.
I think Threads will step forward and just say very cheerfully, "Hello, greetings! What a wonderful day!"
I'll just move you up a little to the front. Okay. Yeah, so you arrive
close behind as well.
Okay. This character's got a acrobatic physique. He's sort of scanning the docks, and there's a gangplank. He's sort of when you greet him, he arches an eyebrow with interest as you approach, and gestures you forwards. Who's that? That's Tina. Are you gonna approach?
Yep.
He says, "Hello. What brings you down to the Heartbreaker?"
We're here for a very exciting package delivery, in fact.
Who is it you're looking for?
I can't say the name.
Yeah.
You
can do an intelligence check to remember it.
Felric.
Without having to. You can do an intelligence check to see if you can recall it, without having to turn to your buddies and sort of embarrassingly have to ask, who are we after again?
Okay.
Yeah, so do an intelligence check because then you can it just rolls out. Oh, yeah, the guy.
You know, the guy, you know.
The guy with the thing. Anyone else you can hear? You're only sort of 10, 15 feet away.
Yeah. Do you want me to do an intelligence check as well? Just that.
I assume between the three of you, because somebody's got the piece of paper that's got them all written on it.
Yeah, I'll step up and get. Are you Felrect Lafine?
No, he's on board, but and he sort of turns back to you, Threads, and says, "So what do you do?"
I'm just happy to be here.
Yeah. You can can you do an insight for me?
Me?
Yeah. Oh, crux. What is that? A 3, and the last one was a 0. Okay.
Ouch.
No, it was a 7. Okay. All right. Way you go. See if you can talk this guy into letting you on board. It's going to be performance rather than persuasion or intimidation or something like that. He looks like he's just having he's more bored and looking like wanting to have an animated chat. He's got a pack of cards in his hand. Performance.
Can I play cards with him?
Sorry?
Can I play cards with him?
Yeah, you can try. Yep. He's actually not playing cards. He's more doing card tricks. So seeing if he sort of shows you one of the simple ones that he does, where he sort of pulls a card out from behind your ear and then shuffles it around and then says, "Here, you try."
Okay, I tried to do the same thing. That's performance.
Yeah, what we can do is it's performance, but instead of doing charisma as your bonus, I want you can apply your dexterity as a performance check. So it's still performance in terms of whether you have proficiency or not, but you can get the plus from your dexterity to it.
Okay, so what would you like me to roll for that? Just dexterity?
I see. So you've got a -1 there, so you're 7.
Well-
What's your dexterity bonus?
+3.
+3, so that'd push that up to a 10. He sort of yawns and says, "No, this is boring. I'm bored." He sort of waves you away with a effeminate, gesture.
So I'll move up.
He yawns into the back of his hand.
Wow, how rude.
Yeah.
I'll go in Elvish at him. I'll go. Greetings, friend. I see you're doing card tricks.
Yes, anything that whiles away the time. I'm a man of simple tastes.
Fair enough. What about we have a fun little game?
Certainly.
I'll
his eyes light up.
I'll do some card tricks
Okay.
for you as well. So
One of the tricks he did when he was showing threads was he cast fairy fire on the cards as he was sort of flicking it. Augmenting it with magic.
Not bad. I will do the same thing with Green Flame Blade to make the cards bright green, burn green fire, and keep them intact. So, do you want me to do a performance check?
Yeah, performance check, please. You can have advantage with your augmentation. So you got a 5 and a 14. Hey,
14.
He claps his hands enthusiastically and says, "Oh, well done, well done. A little novice, but keep at it." And he sort of waves you onto the ship and says, "Yeah, friends coming too. That's fine."
I'll say to everyone, I think we found a way aboard.
Okay. It's the ship that you're seeing on your map here is much smaller than it actually is. With it not being, it doesn't really matter, I suppose, for the purposes of this. We probably don't even need the map at this stage. But coming from below decks is I can show you a handout. Where are we? Another slender drow, well dressed. He's got a scimitar, but interestingly, he's got 2 mage lock pistols. To his side. Both of those are tucked away, and he's got a fistful of cups and a pot, and he sort of sits down on a barrel. I'll just bring him into view. GM. He says, hello. We don't get many visitors to this part of town. You're here to pick up my parcel, I believe? He looks around looking for acknowledgement.
Yes, we are.
Yes, we are, yes.
Oh, okay, well, first, mushroom tea. You must be cold. By now the sun has set, and evening set in. And while you are a long way north, so it's cool all the time. Particularly, there's a bit of a cool breeze coming in off the ocean.
Thank you. That is very kind of you. And I approach to take the first cup.
Okay.
So can I also make a medicine check on it,
Yeah,
just to see if he's trying to poison my friend?
Go for your medicine. You can smell it as you bring it to your lips, as well. It'll help. He greets you warmly. It's a hot mug of mushroom tea. Smells of mushrooms.
I think I've had mushroom tea before.
How did you go?
10.
Where is that?
It's
Can't see
a
it.
fire taste.
Okay. You look at it. Look at the sort of floating mushroom in the tea. Lift it to your lips and so get a good smell to see if it's got any of the acrid smells that you would expect of poisons and things like that. Nothing like that. It looks like it's just a mushroom tea.
I will smile and bob my head in thanks as I accept the hot mug of tea, and then as I take a sip and turn around and just sort of raise a brow to my friend, my companions, just like, I don't know, seems fine.
Okay. All right, you take a sip and tastes pretty good.
Yeah, seeing he already took a sip and nothing happens, Jacques will take one as well.
Okay, he pours he hands you a cup and pours a few more out, and he's got one for himself, which he pours, and then sort of sits on a crate near him and gestures for you to take a seat. He says, "Well," sort of talking quietly as if there might be people hearing. He says, the leader of our mercenary band is near Icewind Dale on a mission of some sort. I don't know what, but I need you to take this to him." And he hands you something wrapped in waxed material. Probably about the size of a fist. And it feels heavy, like stone or that sort of weight. It's got a bit of heft to it.
Is it fragile?
Oh, Tina, very quiet. Oh, sorry, what was that? I missed it.
Is it fragile?
Fragile? No. This just keep it wrapped so it doesn't get scratched or anything. But this should be fine. I've got its pair on my person. If you can deliver this to him, that will be fantastic. And then he pulls out a pouch and he says, and he looks over over your shoulders at Sharpwise and the druid next to him, next to Sharpwise, and said, "Are those two with you, but Shire?"
Sharpwise is on the stocks, just keeping a lookout.
Okay, says, "Well, here's your pickup funds as agreed, and you each get 5 gold pieces, including Sharpwise."
Thank you.
What is going on? I'm not getting any sound.
Are you waiting on?
Oh, no, that's fine. I can hear. Zach just rejoined. Okay, I'm just switching to headphones. Might be a bit easy, no other background noise around me. Okay, so he says, "Oh well," and starts to look like he's interested in a bit of a chat.
Who did he want to chat to, sorry?
Oh, he's just general. So tell me about yourselves. Where do you come from? Where did you grow
Oh,
up?
yeah.
The weather's been unpleasant lately.
Oh, yes. Well, I don't come from around here, but I was born not far off. I actually grew up adopted by the clergy of their temple as an orphan, or so they believe.
Ah, okay. Well, I've come from deep, but well below here. But our company operates on the surface with surface dwellers, just as much as creatures from the Underdark. You're getting a sense that he'll sit here and talk your ear off all night if you let him.
Ash is actually pretty curious about the Underdark.
Yeah,
I wouldn't mind.
yeah. Just as a curiosity, it's interesting seeing a couple of the dark elves above ground for so long.
Luskan is very good in that way. They are open to many cultures.
I'm not a racist half elf. I'm just curious that why is it all these dark elves are out in the sunlight?
Oh, we tend to try and stay out of the sunlight when it's at its brightest, but we're no vampires.
I understand that the dark elves tend to burn more than us normal skinned folk.
Not really. More the sun. It's a little bright for us.
Oh, that's that.
Operating in this sort of weather at this time of night, but I have noticed that the days are shorter this time of year.
It is winter.
Everyone can have a perception. Oh no, maybe that's no. It's not noticing. It's not noticing something. We'll call it insight. Everyone can have an insight check. Sharp-wise, you're 10, 20, 30 feet away, so you can still hear this conversation even from where you are.
Oh,
Wow.
did someone just crit their insight?
Okay, you are an insightful group of young first-level characters. You just cranked it. You get the impression that when he said the days are getting shorter, he's not referring to the time of year, but it just feels like the day is shorter than it should be. Unnaturally so.
Right.
So when you say, "Oh yes, well it is winter," he says, "No, yeah, but even so, shorter than I would expect." All good from our perspective, people of my kind. Not so great.
Who do you trade with? Yeah, down there.
Down there, dwarves, gnomes, lizard and slithering things.
Her eyes just going wide. Slithering things. What did they possibly buy?
Gems, ointments, special medicines. Anything that people would be prepared to pay for.
All sounds delightful.
Business is booming. He says, "Well, I won't hold you up any longer." Looks like he's got to the end of his tea, and he says, "See that they're off safely." And looking to his mate over at the gangplank, and he says, "Well, farewell, and thanks once again." And he heads below deck.
Ash will.
Sharp
Yeah,
eyes
so
again. Search out the place, see what, as we head off to make sure nothing's
Okay.
watching us.
Can you do a investigation, please, Sharpwise? Okay.
What, eh?
You do get you get an idea that you are being watched. You can't pick exactly where from. So it's like your huffing senses are tingling. You wouldn't want to. You're feeling like you wouldn't want to drop your guard around here. Something's definitely watching your departure.
Noted.
Okay. Shall I move on to the next area? And where is that going to be? Because this is one where, let's see. Should we look back at the map again? I'll shift everyone back there and we can have a squiz.
So was this? Did we pick up something from the ex-pirate in the tavern and then give it to this guy? Is that what happened?
No, the guy in the
Two
tavern
separate.
gave you a bottle of extremely expensive brandy. Hang on a sec.
I see.
Yeah, an bottle of extremely expensive brandy wrapped for travel, for safekeeping. And this guy has given you what feels like a stone wrapped in burlap. You've each been paid for.
And we're
Sorry.
so we're picking up things from the city to deliver to places up north.
Yes.
Is that what?
Yes. And there's a ship being outfitted
I
right
see.
now to take you
I
north,
see, yes.
so that you can then go and do the drop-offs as you go along. Now, if you look on the map, let's see. If you can see, I'm pinging here where you are. Dragon Beach is where Rule was, and you went across to this Cutlass Island
It's still on Dragon Beach, right?
Yeah, still on Dragon Beach. So there's these ruins here, and there's also a place in Cutlass Island, and possibly even the Arcane Brotherhood. Now, remember, your captain only said, if you get at least 3 of the things, then he can get other deliverers to pick up the others. But it's up to you.
I say we should go to the Tower of the Arcane, just because I am suspicious what this Arcane Brotherhood is up to, and I would rather have the package in our hands so that we know what we're dealing with, than let someone less scrupulous do the handoff.
Sure. But stop by the ruins on the way.
Alright.
Sure, that sounds good.
You can see I'm drawing your trace on your map here. So you've gone here, gone to the tavern, and then you've gone down to Dragon Beach, walked along here, and seen one place there. So if you head back along the way you came, you can from here you can see that there is a gate that you can go through that's open here, and find your way around or around this way sort of thing. If I switch back to ping. There's the host tower of the Arcane, Cutlass Island where the lighthouse is, and then there's the ruins of Lusk just here. So entering the ruin. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Should we do the other 2 first and then come back to the ruin, or as it's on our way back to
ship. Where's the ship we're going to? Is it in Dragon Beach?
Yeah, the Dragon Beach was the ship that you've already just come from.
Oh no, I mean, where is the ship we're riding to head north? The icebreaker.
Oh, the icebreaker is over here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess we can hit the ruins after, since it's
on our way technically.
Yeah, so we can do the tower first.
Yep, you could do it either way. You're effectively walking past the ruins to get to this bridge. but from here, you cross the next bridge across into Cutlass Island proper, and that's where you can see this lighthouse right before you, in where there's some buildings here. So from here, I'll shift you to that map. Okay, again, Caitlin's just off, is not with you right now. I assume that she's just back a little bit. So all you're doing here is just making your way through buildings towards this tall cylindrical tower with a fire above it, off in the distance. You can't see it, the base of it at this stage, but it goes above the buildings that you're wending your way through. You can see there's laneways and things here. I've just done your marching order randomly, that you can decide how you're actually going to move around.
Okay.
Or arrange yourselves into whatever order you want to move in.
Can't see that map.
Yeah, we're still on the main map.
Yeah, okay, so we're still on the main one.
Oh, are you? Sorry. I'm happily looking at this and describing what I'm looking at. There you go. Let me know as it resolves.
Yeah,
Yep,
it's
resolving now.
very good now.
Okay, so you should see half of your immediate area is lit up, so you can see it. And then there's from where you are, Jackus, you're up the front there with Sharp Eyes right behind you. And you're wending your way through the lower quarter, but not slums by any means. Houses and shops and things right along the waterfront adjacent to this lighthouse. Let me just
out of curiosity, how dark is it at the moment? Like, what time of night is it?
It's pitch black in terms of the sun going down, so it's full night. There's enough light for it to be dimly lit everywhere, just from stars.
So we can all see if we've all got dark vision then?
So you can see with dark vision up to the range of your dark vision, which is 60 foot, as if it's normal light, yeah. But that dark vision only kicks in up to 60 foot, depending on your race. Okay, so I can light up a little bit more. Hang on. There. Cool.
Yeah, I think I have dark vision.
So from where you are, you can see the water's edge. Okay, let me just look here. Okay, and you're just making your way through these buildings. Sharp-wise, you hear in the distance this sound, this shoo, and suddenly this arrow comes sailing in from out of the darkness. At this point, you see, you turn your head towards the sound, a creature from around the corner of a building as you advance. I'm just going to show that one now. Can you see this little fella down here?
Where? On our right.
Yeah, on your right.
Got archers.
And it's a surprise attack, and he shoots at you. I'm just going to roll a hit roll. This is just a straight roll, so then I apply. What's your armor class, Sharp-wise?
More than 8.
Yes.
13, I believe. Actually,
Yeah, I'm asking just out of curiosity now, but I know that's
15.
probably going to miss. Yeah, okay. So this arrow comes sailing in and twangs or snaps on the wall, and this fella just sort of darts back. Just as soon as it moves, another character, angry-looking lady with matted hair, dreadlocks, I guess, of some sort, does the same thing. Hang on, while I'm there.
It's always pick on poor Sharpwise Day.
Yeah, it is. It seems to be. And this one attacks somebody. Let's just see. No, this one shoots at Jakus. He's up the front there, and he cops a short bow arrow. Ah, missing. Swines. Okay.
Everyone's having bad rolls today.
And she ducks back as well. At this point, 2 characters shuffle out from the darkness and also shoot arrows at Jakus. A 15, does that hit? I think you said 16,
Nope.
didn't you? No, and
18. It's an 8. My AC is 18.
yeah, no, that's going to miss. I just rolled 2 rolls there. They weren't at advantage. And so these characters dart around the side as well. Let's roll initiative. Oh, just bear with. Oh yeah, I'll just clear the decks. Remove all turns. Clear. Okay.
Oh, can I keep that initiative?
Yeah, that's fine. Keep your first one if I just deleted you. How are we doing? Is everyone in there? Okay, I'll just sort them all out. Add turn and add turn. Cool. So I'm after 4 d20s. Okay. The first one is a 1. Next one's a 14, 13, and 9. I'll sort them, see who's in a happy place. Sharpwise, you're in a happy place once again. You're up. What do you want to do? These 4 figures have darted around, shot at you.
Is there light around in the streets around those corners, or can I not see? Is it still dim light?
It's still dim light.
Sharpwise is going to move up to there, if I can see them.
You can. I'll just show that there's a guy at the end of the laneway down here. A goblin.
Alright, so Sharpwise is going to get off his pony,
Your
go
pony.
here, and hide.
Your pony? Have you got a pony, do you?
I do.
Okay.
See why you can keep up with the rest of the tall folk.
Okay. And you're ducking out of sight, dismounting.
Yep.
No other
So
action?
yeah, dismount, and I've got enough move to get to there and
Okay.
roll hide.
Okay. Ash.
Huh. Well, I will move forward. Do we? I can only see up to the edge of the map here. Do we see more now that I've moved?
Okay, so there's a building here, so you can't see into the building. So I've sort of black. They should show as dark black. So you can only see sort of. If I use my no snapping, yeah, you can see down this sort of line here. So you can see the goblin from there, yeah.
I will. She'll pull out her buckler shield off her. Well, not buckler, but a small shield off her back. But just do the same thing. Gesture towards the enemy and throw like a cool moonlight themed fire blast.
Okay.
And cast Sacred Flame.
Sacred Flame. So the heavens above open and Sacred Flame descends. Roll to hit or a save?
It's like half fire, half moonlight.
Okay. Here we go. Saving throw. He fails. So that does how much? 16 necrotic damage. All right.
Oh, hang on, I did the wrong thing.
Yeah, I was about to say, it's not a touch spell.
Yeah, I can't. That was inflict wounds. Hang on.
Cantrip.
Instead, that's so strange. Okay, let's try this one. Sacred Flame. There we go. 4 radiant.
Okay. All right. It scorches him, lights him up, and doesn't kill him, but does a fair bit of damage. That's your turn. So Elros, and then Jackus, you'll be after that.
There?
The Storm Sorcerer. Yep.
So I can get clear line of sight on
the goblin.
our little goblin friend over here.
Mm-hmm.
And cast Firebolt.
Alright. Send a firebolt down the alley. Where is it? Ooh, armor class 18's a hit.
For 1 fire damage. I wish it did more.
Okay, he's on about half.
Yeah, we're certainly getting an idea of how the Storm Sorcerer's level of power.
Yeah.
Are you still trying not to kill him?
Yeah, it reminds me of Thor.
No.
Of what was it, Ragnarok, when the guy's saying, "Oh, look, he does sparkles."
Yeah.
All right. Without slandering Elros's name anymore, we'll move on to Jackus and his battle axe. You can't see any enemies at this stage, Jackus.
Alright. When I move here, can I see anything?
Let's see, they're 10, 20 feet. You can. And I'm not going to be too fussed about showing everyone too much, but there's 2 figures down here, and the little injured one you can see as well.
Alright, I guess I'll just use my... That was... How many feet was that? 15?
Okay.
20 feet. So, 30. This is 30.
Yeah. Yep.
And then try to hit him with my battle axe.
Oh, okay. Business end. Go for it. Jackus. Oh, 8. The little fella dips out to the sides and you swoosh across him.
Alright, that's my turn.
Okay. Okay, where are you? Alright. From out of the shadows, a figure comes. An arrow comes sailing in Jackus's direction. Hitting armor class 21. And doing 6 points of damage with a longbow. Sorry, a crossbow. Crossbow bolt hits him in the back of the shoulder. Solid hit. And as soon as that happens, the figure backs away into the darkness.
Do I know which way that crossbow bolt
Came,
went?
yeah,
Came from?
came from over here where the ping is, and then
Oh, okay.
out of your line of sight, further off to the north is where the figure that stepped into your vision moved back after shooting. All right, this little fella here, down here, is going to. He can't really get to you very easily, so he draws a scimitar and bravely comes rushing in and whacks you, Juckus. Is it a natural 20? Oh. Okay, what's your maximum hit points, by the way, just before I roll this?
That's 12.
Okay. 2. I have one-shot people in the past with my first attack roll against them of a game. But not today. Okay, you take 10 damage.
Yep, I'm down.
Okay. Jackus drops, being attacked by what looks like 2 goblin bandits. Threads. You hear Jackus's war cries and fighting, and then suddenly cut short. So,
I say, well, I can't see anything from back here, and can I use my phase step to teleport in over here?
1, 2, 3. You'd have to move a little bit first because you can only phase step to a place you can see. So you move 5 to come out. So let's say to there, that's your 5. And then you could go, let's say 10, 20. How far does your phase step go? This is not quite your phase step. 60 foot? 60? So you could get anywhere right up to here somewhere, or even in the water.
Oh, sorry, 30. 30.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. So you get to here with your phase step.
Okay, yeah. I'll do that in
and
like a flash of like pink flowers and blossoms and stuff.
So you get to there, a flash of spring, and you can see a nasty little guy with a scimitar, brandishing it, standing over Jackus's prone form, and another badly injured goblin. You can also see right at the back a very angry woman with headdress.
Sorry. DM, I think I have relentless endurance, so I can drop to 1 instead of 0.
Okay, so we'll put you on. I'll get rid of the X and put you on 1, almost dead, mostly dead. But threads. Jackus is in sorry position here. Have you used your action to do that phase step, or is it a bonus?
It's a bonus action.
Great. Well, that means you can still shoot an arrow if you want
to. Yep, I'm going to shoot at this one.
Okay.
The one with the scimitar.
Okay, go for it. Roll to hit. Class 19 hits easily, doing 4 damage to the guy. Let's see.
I'd also like to call out to my companions, like that Jackus isn't looking very good.
Okay, no one else can see him at this stage. Okay, all right. Jackus needs help. Let's see. This one here. She takes a shot at you, Threads. Class 9. The arrow smashes on the stone wall behind you, missing quite easily. You don't even have to dodge it. And she sort of backs up a little bit into the shadows. And where's this little fella? Oh, he stands up. Well, he's already standing, obviously. But he's not silly, so he's going to move around to here, past his buddy, through his buddy. He can do that. you guys can do that. And then drops his bow on the ground, a crossbow on the ground, and draws a scimitar and smacks Jackus. Jackus dodges it easily, pings off his shield. Sharpwise. You can see a sliver of the guy with
Alright, Alright, so just going to go there, 20 foot of movement. Can I get a reasonable shot at Goblin?
You can. No cover at this distance with this angle.
That's fine. So he's going to sling him and then drop prone. So
Ooh, okay.
other people can shoot over the top.
Okay. Ooh, 19. This is the guy with the red eyes. The
Correct, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. You, David and Goliath, your slingstone cops this guy in the temple, and he drops like a ragdoll.
Alright, and I'm just going to telepathically... Louise, get up here. Jackus is hurt.
Okay. Ash, you hear your name from the shadows.
In your mind.
In your mind, that's right.
What do I hear in my mind? Sorry.
You hear
Louise, get up here. Jackus is hurt.
Sure. I will go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, assuming I can pass through
Yep, you just step
like
away
a
from him.
Sharpie, I think.
He's laying on the ground looking like a cockroach upside down.
I sort of gasp a little at the injuries of Jackus,
Oh, yeah.
and then say, "Don't worry." I lay a hand, close my eyes, and lay a hand on him. There's like a cool silvery light, and I cast Cure Wounds
Nice.
Oh, nice.
for 10.
All right. Thank you, Ash.
Gotcha.
10 back. Oh, 13? What's Disciple of Life? Is that your bonus because of your life domain?
Oh, good point. Yeah, I always think that it adds itself together, but it doesn't for this. So yes, I heal you for 13.
13 back. Great. So does that put you back on full, Jackus?
Yeah, I'm back at full. Good thing you're here, Ash.
Okay. So what is your...
It is rather.
Jackus, what's your maximum, just so I'm clear?
12.
12. And you're on max now?
Yep.
Okay. I'm just adjusting that on your tokens so your health bar goes up and down based on the health. And if everyone can use their token to manage their health rather than D&D Beyond or roll 20 hit points, it'll be easier for everyone to see what health you're on.
All right.
Okay. So you're now back up to full? Yes. Okay. And Ash, nothing else. So Elros, finally.
As you can see, I've been trying to figure out this. I'm going to move up to threads
Great. Yep.
like that. So,
Mr. Zippy.
and this one here, would that be partial cover?
No, you can get a clear shot at him because you're
I
right.
can get clear.
Yeah, because
clear
you're
shot?
right. Because you're right at the corner. If you're right at the thing you're shooting past, normally I'm not counting that as cover.
Okay, cool. So I will firebolt him again.
Okay, roll to hit. Oh, there you go. He does a Jackus impersonation and he's standing there on basically 1 hit point. He should be dead, you'd think, but he's standing there like an idiot. Is that your turn, Elros? Massive.
It's my turn
Massive
because I
firebolt
can't
there.
do anything else.
Okay, Jackus, time for retribution.
Yeah. I let out like a war cry from being hurt and just try to let it all out on this goblin
Okay, unload.
here. Oh, did that roll? Wait. Did it show up on roll 20?
No. You roll where the... Oh, here it is.
Oh, there we go.
Armor class 12 is a hit.
Oh,
And,
finally.
so you do 4 damage, which is enough to kill him.
All right. And
Now,
then I know
I'm not going
someone.
to... Jackus, I'm not going to say how do you want to do this, but do you guys want to describe the way you finish off things or not?
I think it's fun.
Yeah, okay. So I'm just going to go finish him. How are you going to...
I just try to slice his head clean off.
Oh, nice. Okay, so decapitated goblin crumples, clearly gone. You've still got movement if you want to move anywhere.
Yeah. I know someone tried to hit me here, so I'll try to move here. Am I covered? Is this cover or should it be
Yeah,
here?
yeah. I'll show you. I'll reveal a bit more, seeing as you're over there. So what you're sort of seeing is there's a building here. So if you go around the corner, then you can have a gander. Peek down.
Hide behind. I was like flat on this wall.
There you go.
All right. Yep. That's my turn.
There's an open doorway, and otherwise walls and buildings and so on.
Okay.
Right, so the character steps out into the doorway, shoots an arrow at you, Jackus, and misses, and then scooches back out of the way. You can't see where it is now. Threads.
So I saw that Jackus has moved up here, so I assume that he's seen something that I haven't.
Yeah.
So I'm going to move forward.
Okay. With that.
And can I hold action for something appears, an enemy? I'd like to fire at them.
Okay. Yep. Sure. Ready. You use your reaction to ready an action. Not your
Oh wait, can I see the woman at the bottom right?
Yeah, you can. She's got a light crossbow in her hands.
Okay, I'll fire at her instead.
Okay. Ooh, you're starting to hit your stride. Okay. Another hit finds a gap in the leather armor that these bandits are wearing, muggers, and you've still got more movement if you want to.
Sorry if it's a stupid question. Oh no, never mind. It was a stupid question. I realized.
Okay.
I realized what it was. Never mind.
Okay.
No, I'll just stay here.
Okay. All right. The one that you just shot at returns fire, hitting and doing 7 damage to you, Threads.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So more than half gone. Bad injury for you. And then she backs away into the shadows. I'm going to move on to you, Sharpwise.
Right, well, this is all going into the shadows for me, but I am actually going to... 1, 2, 4. I'm going to use threads for cover, because I saw that crossbow bolt come out.
Yeah.
I'll use threads for cover and ready the action for this guy to come out.
Okay. which is your sling stone.
Yep.
Okay.
Sling in hand.
All right. Ash.
Is there any remaining enemy? Not by the look of it.
Apparently, there's one that lurking somewhere, a sniper, and another one that's just dashed off into the shadows of the buildings beyond where the lighthouse is.
Forward here, do I see anything else?
You do.
Like south?
Yeah, so from where you are, you can now see the bandit that fled.
Splendid. I also have like dark vision and whatnot.
Yeah.
Well, if I can see them, are they injured at all? Or
Yes.
I will toll the dead on them. She'll take out a sort of white and silver bell from her pouch, and it has all the phases of the moon sort of like etched and painted on it, and she'll ring the bell in the direction of the enemy, and it makes like a much deeper, like mournful sound than you would expect from such a little thing.
Right. So you got the little tinkler, and it goes dong. Your time.
Yeah.
Your time has come. Saving throw, I believe, which fails.
Wisdom saving throw, DC 12.
Oh gosh, really? 2 necrotic damage.
Right. Okay, critically injured now, but still there.
And I'll shout, "It's over here, this way!"
Elros. Within you can see her.
I can clearly see her.
Yeah.
I'm going to cast magic missile on her.
Okay. Okay, you send some unerring missiles her way. They hit without automatically, and
just display it on
she
roll 20.
She should be doing some more damage there.
Boom, dead.
And I will move up behind the rest of the party, just so I can.
Okay, Jackus.
Returned somewhat favor by healing threads with 4 HP using lay on hands.
Oh, okay, yep.
Where is that? And then I'll just move here.
Okay. Roll. How many hit points are you going to give with your lay on hands?
4.
4. Okay, so that
Almost all this side.
Okay, so you move through. Excuse me. Stop next to threads. Lay on hands. Magically, divinely heal her wounds from the arrow. I think it was arrow bolts, and then make it to the edge of the building. This character comes into view. At which point, sharp-wise, your sling stone is whirling above your head, and you can let fly.
Alright, now I don't believe he is surprised or anything. I did roll stealth, but that's correct, yeah?
Yeah, it's not advantage.
Yep, that'll easily hit for max damage.
Holy moly. Is that a crit, is it?
No, that's just regular.
Oh, okay. Alright. Massive hit.
Yep, Sling Stone just fires straight between Tina's legs and whacks it nuts.
Bang. Okay, good one. This character comes to here and then looks completely freaked out and is trapped in this room and dashes through the doorway and off this way. Means Jackus, you get a free strike as this character moves through your range of your axe.
I'll take that free strike.
Battle axe 24, doing 7 damage and you brain the bandit from behind as they try to dash past you. You managed to get all four. None of them got away. You're standing there and you hear this slow clap from the balcony above. I'll reveal a little bit more. Oops. Select. There we go. Layer. And another drow. There's a lot of them around here, so it seems. Comes into view on the balcony, doing this sort of slow clap. Much appreciated, much appreciated. Well done, I see. Those ruffians have been mugging people off and on for some time.
Shout out, who are you?
Show you a picture.
What's the city guard doing? Ruffians can just run amok like that.
Can you see the guy?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. A dark elf again. And he says, "What brings you to my island?" He's sort of looking off in the distance, very dramatically.
We're here for a delivery service.
Ah, are you heading up to Fireshare?
I turned to my companions. Are we?
He says, that, "Are you
Is Fireshare north?
It is, yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
I know we're heading north.
So the answer to that question is yes.
He says, fabulous. So the deliverers have finally come. He says, I will pass you down this package. And it's sort of, he lets go dramatically of this scroll, and it sort of floats down towards you. He says, see to it that that this is delivered to my companion in Fireshare. Griggle. Griggle Dustlock by name.
Just as a spellcaster, myself, I am the nature of this delivery. Not trusting.
It's instructions for him. He's a smith, blacksmith.
Understandable.
While this conversation's going on, Sharpwise has moved back, telepathically called his pony, and is hooking these guys' weapons onto it.
Okay. Right, so what you've got is 4 crossbows and 4 scimitars. And I'm just seeing... Yeah, but otherwise nothing of note.
Got it.
Alright.
Inside the scroll, sort of falling out, there's a small bag of coins with 30 gold in it, assuming that Caitlin is with you. Oh, so no, let's just say 20, 5 each.
Sounds good.
Is this delivery magically sensitive? Any precautions we should take?
No, look after it. There's no. It's a message.
Where?
And the others, any thoughts?
Sharpwise is completely silent.
This is... What was that?
Should we head off to our next destination?
Was this the tower of the arcane? Or...
No.
No,
This
was
is the lighthouse.
This is the lighthouse.
Yeah, okay, yeah, you did say.
And what I've done is for your benefit, I've created a handout called Party Notes. It's at the top of your journals. All it's got in there right now is Griggle, Dusklock, and Fire Shear. I guess, yeah, and so...
Do we put in the other 2 destinations as well?
Yeah, Griggle, Dusklock, Fire Shear, and what is it? It's a scroll. And I'll update the other 2 with it, so you've got it for next week. But yeah, so then it also means that if you've got other notes that you want to put in there, you've all got edit rights to this particular,
Easy.
handout, so you can put in whatever you want.
Thank you.
You could have another one for party treasure, or just add it in there under a heading or something. Sharpwise seems to be saddling up and ready to head off. The rest of you?
Yes, to the tower, arcane tower.
Okay.
Yep. Let's roll. I didn't introduce before, but this is Asada, my pony. She's calm, gentle, doesn't really bite.
Ah.
Please treat her nicely.
And it is a real
Unless, of course, you have apples. If you have apples, apples are for sharing.
Ah.
Failure to share may result in lost fingers.
What is the name again? Sorry?
Asada,
Sala.
in party notes.
Alright.
Okay. Off to the host tower of the arcane. Okay, so it's a really short walk to get to the host tower of the arcane. This looks like a massive living tree made of stone. It seems to grow out of the island and then twist up, but there's no branches, just 5, no leaves or anything like that, just 5 fat branches going to points high above. There is a gatekeeper at the host tower who challenges you as you approach. You arrive at the base. It's actually like a skeletal tree, so bone rather than metal. The guard is brutish looking with an athlete's build and has a leather skull cap. Like all people who guard doors, he glowers at you as you approach. Or seems to anyway. This is what they seem to all be like.
Or say to him that we're here to pick up a delivery from McCarth, the Crimson. Where can we find him? Or them?
He says, too late for that kind of thing. You don't look like you deal with someone of McCarth's caliber.
Well, I'll have you know that I'm a spellcaster.
Okay.
So I should at least get an audience with him.
Okay. So you can state your case and try to persuade him, or are you trying to intimidate?
Persuade him.
Okay. Yep. No. Way you go. Just do a perception check. You can have advantage.
A perception or persuasion?
Persuasion. You can have advantage
Persuasion.
because you're using a particularly, a plausible reason for why you should be let in, considering you're a spellcaster.
Nice.
Where is it? Am I missing? Ooh, okay, good one. Okay.
217.
Okay. We'll take the 17. He says, wizardy type. Okay, in you go then. And he lets you through.
Sharpwise will stay outside and keep watch as usual.
Okay. Someone comes and eventually says, I hear you're here to seek audience with Macath the Crimson.
Yes, that is correct.
And when he says Crimson, he looks at Ash as if bears some sort of similarity.
Just as a courtesy in her chainmail.
Okay.
Is there a map that we're supposed to be looking at for this, or is it?
I'll scooch you across now.
Or who's missing?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I don't have the druid in at this stage. I'm going to assume that she's not here. And this person ushers you into this through this door here. Does a polite knock, and you are greeted by a tiefling. I'll show you the handout. But with deep crimson skin. Can you see that?
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, looks like someone we know.
Yeah, there's some similarity. She greets you with a wide smile and almost an overly eager excitement. She says, welcome, and she seems quite excitable. She says, well, I need to get this package. You're the deliverers, yes?
Yes, we are, yes.
Okay. This box, this small metal box, I need delivered to 10 towns.
Well, I have some familiarity with the area. A friend or two.
That's fantastic. She says, okay, very good. Look after it, keep it well, and here is your down payment. And she again gives you another 5 gold pieces each. Does anybody?
Gosh, how much gold are we on?
Yeah, do you want to update your thing?
We've received 15, I think, total already.
So have to deliver 2 for
Is anyone updating it, or do you want me to just chuck it in there?
if you
That party notes thing. Do you know what the edit order is? Because it looks like we're all editing it at once, which means a lot of the stuff is just falling off the edge. It's not saving.
Okay, I'll just cancel it. So, well, how about Chris? Do you want to jump in there and do it?
Okay, no worries.
If everyone else doesn't edit, then you'll be cool. And I can update it throughout the week in any case, to put the person that you need to deliver it to in there.
Yep. I think for the party notes we should have a designated person to just edit that in the party to make it easier on everyone. So
good idea.
Yeah, I'll do it if you want.
Okay,
I'm already in there.
Yeah, easy.
So Sharpie, you are scribe at least for tonight. Okay, so she gives you it. She gives you the box. She gives you a little bag of 25 gold, and says thank you very much, and sort of stands up.
I don't know why they call her the Crimson.
Yeah. Okay. You can get the idea that this is your cue to leave.
Yep.
Okay. Where to from here?
The ruins by memory.
Yes.
As that's on. on our way out. So.
Yep. Freehand. Oh yeah, so you darted off here to the host tower, come back, and then go through the ruins. Okay.
Yep.
Ruins. Here we go. Da-da-da. Right. Oops. Threads, are you on full health now, or are you still injured?
No, I have 9 out of 12 HP.
Okay, let me just...
9 total.
Yeah. Okay.
Nice.
Can you see a map at all?
Did Rawl give us a person we had to deliver to?
He did. I'll just tell you for now. Where is it? Orwellsbarg. Like Orwell, as in the goddess, and Orwellsbarg, as in Orwell's Island. Okay, I'm about to reveal. So, similar to the last time. Are we on this map? Yeah, so you should see it.
Yep, can see it.
Okay, so you're making your way through ruins, destroyed. I'm just moving you over to where you're coming from. So coming from over here and making your way through, trying to wend your way along. I will reveal a little bit more. There. So you can see brick walls, stone walls of buildings that you can't see into. There's a few breaks in them every so often.
So all these black art buildings.
Yes, yeah, or like if I can reveal that sort of thing, so there's passages going down there.
Okay.
So, I'm saying a lot. Where are we? Yes, seek Vanifer, the former leader of the cult of eternal flame. You're venturing through these ruins. It's a bit of a labyrinth to wend your way through. Are you just sort of... how are you searching? Because it's a ruin, there's, basically a couple of city blocks.
We just look for a flame that's eternal, right?
Easy peasy.
Quite a lot of churches maintain one.
Damn it. I thought that was a good idea.
Actually, this one's got a bit of a... Oops. Reveal. No. Oh, you swine. Yeah, that's better. Got it working. Sometimes the reveal doesn't reveal it. It does the opposite. There we go. So there's a bit of a... There's the roads. What would have been the roads over here is more what would have been the outskirt, the edges of a building, and then there are the walls of buildings that you can see here with the square blocks. A broken doorway here. More rubble and so on here. Actually, I can probably reveal a little bit more. It's the same thing over here.
Well, surely this guy's going to be around fire, right? So we'll look around the ruins,
Yeah, looking for
seeing what's...
looking for some,
lit.
Looking for some light. You think you can see. You come across some light. Can you roll a, let's say, threads? You're right at the front. Can you roll a survival check, please?
Okay.
All right. Okay, so you navigate your way through, and you find a couple of lights which are just people down on their luck, with a rat on a stick toasting them over a fire, and you're able to get some directions and say, oh yes, the Eternal Flame, 3 streets down to your left, and
I give him a couple of copper.
oh, good. Yeah, okay. And you're moving your way down this line, and again, Sharpie. You're coming up the rear on your pony. I should find a pony, shouldn't I? Put it on there.
Yeah, it's still the same size. It's tow, so it's tow.
Is
so
it?
It should be that problem.
Oh, is it a medium or large?
Yeah, it's a pony, not a horse.
Okay.
And it's not a very large pony either.
Okay, it's not surprise, but you are going down this street, and from the doorway behind you, from it you hear some stones move, and they just sort of flip over, and it looks like crushed at one stage at least by the roof, or with some rubble falling on it, has killed people in the past, and this skeleton arises from the rubble.
Oh, moving dead behind.
Yes.
Shields up.
Oh boy. Yep, shields up.
And you see 2 of them rise up. Okay, so I'll just jump into the initiative. So the order's been cleared, so you can all roll initiative at this point, because this skeleton rises up and looks like it's lurching towards you.
I'm doing so well on these rolls.
Mm.
Considering usually clerics get really bad initiative.
Okay. I'll just roll my 2 gentlemen. What have I got there? A 10 and an 11. Oops. Okay, and we'll just sort descending. All right, threads. You're up the back there, but you spin around and see this skeleton lurching through the doorway. You can see 2 of them probably, or at least part of that. The one with the blue tabard. What do you want to do?
I skip very happily down next to Elros so I can get a clear shot at them.
Over here? Oh, yeah.
Around here. And I fire an arrow.
Okay. .22 hits easily. It does have a bit of armour scraps on it, so it's not just completely vulnerable, but you find a gap through, and 8 damage. Good one. Okay, you blast away most of its rib cage and one of its arms, but it still keeps on coming at you. That your turn? If so, Ash. And then Sharpwise.
Ash will... if I stand there and block with my shield, will I block my allies from hitting them, or will they
Yes.
still wield it?
No, that will provide cover to them for ranged attacks.
And I'll stand here then and just say, "Get behind me,"
Okay.
and then I'll take the dodge action with my shield.
Okay. Dodge action, sharpwise.
Sharpwise is going to pull a third sling from a different pocket
Okay.
and fling a stone at this green zombie in front of him.
Okay. From atop your pony?
Yes.
Okay. Armor class 10 is a miss. It clanks off a piece of...
Going to bounce off, and
it bounces off.
Pony is going to very happily move over here out of the way.
Okay. I leave you on. So Elros, with Sharpwise out the way, you now can see the green tabarded dude.
I think it's one easily. Firebolt.
On the green one?
Yeah, on the green one.
Okay.
Does the 15 hit?
It does.
9 fire damage.
Ooh, okay, I think. Select. Oh, go on the right layer. Yeah, you kill him. He shatters into a pile of bones and just collapses.
Just as the fire hits, he just goes.
Yeah. 10-pin bowling. Okay. This guy. So that's your turn. Blue one comes staggering through into Ash. Dodge actions, so getting disadvantage. Attacks you and misses, Ash. You hear Juckus call out, "There's more coming from over here." And one staggers over to you, Juckus, and whacks you, missing. And you see another one sort of go lurching through a doorway. 1, 2, 3, 4, and coming around the corner. How fast are these things? 5, 6. Just enough distance to get into engage Sharpwise. Sharpwise, on a 3 or 4 it hits you, on a 1 or 2 it's going for your donkey. 1 or 2, donkey. Nasty bugger. But it misses with a 5, I believe. It hits armor class 9. So, all misses all round. Juckus, did I roll for you? Yeah, I did. Juckus, now you go with your 1 initiative.
Alright. I'll just take a swing at this skeleton. This is a zombie skeleton.
Skeleton.
Skeleton in front of me.
Wow.
Nice.
Okay, you do massive hit, 10 slashing damage, crunching through him, chop his legs out from under him, but it's still there, lurching towards you, not dead yet.
Alright.
Jacka, stick over here and distract this guy for me.
Sure. I'll move here.
Any movement? Okay. Threads.
I would like to do a very unnecessary little spin and move forward.
Okay, you pirouette.
Do a pirouette, and I fire at the blue skeleton in front of Ash.
Okay. $23. Oh. Okay, and 5 damage. How's this guy looking? Oh, he's still okay. Alright.
And then I would like to do another pirouette back and kind of move behind Ash.
Okay. Alright, you hunker in, use her as a ablative armour.
Yep.
Ash.
I will Sacred Flame the most injured looking skeleton.
From your looks, the one in front of you is probably the most injured that you can see. You can see the two blue ones easily.
Fantastic.
The grey one's very badly damaged, but you can't quite see it.
DC 12 Dex save.
Ooh, okay. Dex. Okay. And how much damage? 7.
7 radiant from a moonbeam.
So, wow, moonbeam almost killed this thing. It's all the dried out tendons and sinews holding all its bones together start snapping, and it looks like it's held together by string now, but still there. Sharpwise, you still have a skeleton adjacent to you. What do you want to do?
Right, well, with Jackass distracting it, I'm actually going to keep slinging at the green one.
Okay.
22 and 13 damage. No, it's still crawling around with its legs cut off. Smash its skull in with a rock.
Boom, done. It's like T-ball. Elros.
Most I'm doing is my bonus action, Temporous Magic. As a bonus action, you can cause gusts of air to surround you before or after you cast a first level spell.
Okay.
That allows you to fly up to 10 feet without provoking attacks of opportunity.
Okay.
So I'm just flying straight up 10 feet and going to cast Magic Missile.
Okay. Which one? The one facing Akalos? Louise?
Yes. Three darts hit that one, doing 2 damage each.
Oh, you should.
I think that's how it works.
It's not rolling all of the missiles. You get 3 of them. So.
2 more missiles.
2 more missiles.
Yeah, it's how it rolls it from Roll20 is it rolls just 1 damage, and then you just take that damage, spread it across the three darts. So each dart does that much damage.
That's not how it's normally done.
Yeah.
I've seen that done rarely, but I know I've seen that done. I think they're both like technically you could make the case for it. Normally I would just roll 3d4, but I've seen that where you just roll 1 die.
Yeah.
I bags rolling Fireball that way.
Yeah, I get exactly. Because then you roll. Yeah, just roll 2 more. They're all going to land on this guy here. It's probably going to work out better for you, seeing as you've only got a 1 with that one.
Yeah, you can put inside roll 20 if that's easier. Because
Even better, can I roll my sneak attack that way?
Okay, so 3 missiles hit this guy and he collapses.
7 damage total.
Yeah, good one. Okay.
And
you flew.
I'd like to move as well, as I'm still in the air.
Yep.
To over here, and that's my turn done. I think I land carefully on the ground as well.
Yeah. Okay, Jackus. This is an uninjured skeleton.
This one hasn't taken any damage yet, right?
No, it hasn't.
Alright, so I'll swing at him with my battle axe then.
Okay.
$19 to hit.
19 to hit. 8 damage slashing. He takes the full 8. He's still there, but one thing. I've missed his turn, so I'm going to do him now. What happened is he got deleted from the turn order when you killed the one that was actually there. So it's It's probably not going to matter for now. I'm going to attack you, Jackus, because you attacked me. And misses. So, threads.
I would like to kind of dash forward happily to get a clear shot at the blue skeleton.
Okay.
Maybe here, keep a little bit of range.
Yeah, pretty much point blank for you. Away you go. Okay. You hit, doing 4 damage. Again, like the last one, it's held together by cotton of tendons. 1 hit point left. It should be dead. How is it standing there? Well, dead is not the right word for a skeleton. Neither is injured, probably, just damaged. Ash.
Sacred Flame on him.
Okay. It has to save?
Dex, DC 12 Dex.
Okay, which it fails. And just that finishes it off. Okay. Right, so you've somehow disturbed 4 skeletons, 4 of the dead from maybe when this place first was destroyed.
So when the battle is done, I'll just like meditate a bit and cast use my divine sense to see if there are others
Yeah, okay.
undead area.
All right. You cast your eyes around with your glowing eyes with the divine light within, and don't sense any other undead nearby. They have to be within your sight, but if they were, if they're behind total cover, you don't pick them up. So if they're behind a wall or in a room, you can't see. But if they were just, piles of bones amongst the rubble, but they just hadn't stood up yet, you would notice them, and you don't see anything like that. You can poke your head into the doorways of these nearby houses and things and have a gander around while you do it.
Mm-hmm. The group know that looks like we're clear for now.
Yeah. Okay. And
It cannot be a coincidence that as we are approaching the lair of the Arcane Brotherhood, we have to deal with dark sorceries, no doubt.
yeah.
We're just leaving the lair of the Arcane Brotherhood.
Okay.
So I wouldn't put it past them.
Yeah. Must be their fault.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
their fault, totally.
So Threads, are you continuing on to take the lead and track your way through this ruin?
I would prefer to stay nearer the back of the party, due to
Okay.
being more ranged attack.
Yep.
Sharp Eyes will happily go in front for this one.
Okay. Can you just do a survival sharpwise? While everyone does their do-si-do.
I do
We'll have
a
survival.
perception check just to make sure that there's no more undead
Yeah,
around.
Sure, do a perception.
12.
Yeah, you don't spot anything. Nothing jumps out at you. Sharpwise, you lead on through the rubble and eventually come to where there's a fireplace, or not a fire that's been set, similar to where you've seen the the destitute groups of humans sitting around fires, but here there's only one, and it's a tiefling. Tieflings are us.
Is this city just like comprised of tieflings and drow? It's
That's what it seems.
not gonna lie, this is weirding me out.
Very cosmopolitan.
Half orcs. Don't forget the half orcs.
So there you go, Vanifer.
Man, that guy must be really uncomfortable. Like his horns grow almost over his eyes.
Yeah,
They must be occluding his vision somehow.
Devil sight helps. A tiefling sits before a small campfire in a small corner of these twisting ruins. She wears robes that clearly were once splendid, but are now tatty and grimy. She looks up at you grimly as you approach, and doesn't say anything, just watches you come towards her.
Sharpwise in the lead just makes a detour and lets the other people come on.
Okay. You've done your job scouting about. Who's doing the talking here? She sort of...
I'll scout also for undeads.
Sorry, say again, Jackus?
I'll scout also the area for making sure there's no more undead. That's gonna...
Okay, I'm just going to move you into the sort of middle here. And let's see...
Can I make some kind of check to know who Vanifer is, like to have heard of her?
Yeah, you can do history or arcana.
11 history.
I'd like to do an arcana check. On that?
Sorry, say again?
I'd like to do an arcana check to know.
Yep.
Let's see.
Okay. So the history doesn't give you anything, Ash, but Elros, you have heard of Vanifer as a powerful mage, or as a powerful mage in service to, at one stage at least, the elemental cult. The elemental cult was defeated inland from the Sword Coast some years ago, and Vanifer was one of the leaders.
I'll approach and go. Greetings. We're here from the delivery service. I mean, I'm not wrong.
I'm just here to pick up the package.
We're here to pick up a package for delivery.
She looks up at you grimly.
Reverse fantasy Uber at your service, man.
She looks up at you grimly and presents you with something wrapped tightly in heavy cloth.
I'll before I take it, I'll get any precautions that we need to take with this.
She says, "Don't unwrap it. Take it to the Reghead Glacier."
Right. And I'll take it gingerly without trying to unwrap it.
Okay. Can you do a perception or investigation, your choice, just while you're holding it?
What was that? Perception or
investigation?
Investigate.
Yeah.
I'll go perception.
Okay. Okay.
Oh.
You can't tell what it is. It's like doing pass the parcel when you try to find out what's inside by just feel.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know what I've got here.
Yeah. It's about the length of a keyboard, but rounded like a cylinder.
Right.
But it's a different shape. It's not just, you're holding a giant cylinder.
Yeah.
Like a baguette because it's wrapped up. Okay. And she hasn't said anything to you yet other than don't open it and take it to Reghead Glacier. I've pasted most of those words into the chat in case anyone wants to add it in case you want to scroll.
Sorry. It's in our party notes now, so...
Yeah, okay. And she sort of looks up at you askance, and reaches into her robes and pulls out a small pouch and tosses it to you.
I assume this is our down payment for
She gives you a nod.
delivery?
She gives you a nod.
Another 5 pound each. Making some coin session 0.
Sorry?
Making some good coin session 0.
Yeah.
Yeah, so is that 20 gold or 25 that we've all gotten?
It's 20 gold total
This would be
that we've got.
Yeah, 20.
Because I started off with 5 gold, so...
Yep.
So, yeah.
Very nice.
Right. So where to next?
Shall I move you back to the map?
Well, I've only got one place left.
Yeah, we've got the...
Blood Island, I think.
There was One-Eyed Jack's Tavern.
Okay. I'm going to move you. So you go without role-playing all of that. Being last on the list, you find your way to One-Eyed Jack's. It's very late in the night at this point. And when you find your way to the Dragonborn Lizard Man, Soriel, you find this sort of squat, 4 foot tall dinosaur man sitting at a bar. Not upmarket, but it's not slums in any case. And he looks at you and quizzically, sort of like, what? What the hell?
And, yeah,
Who wants to take point on this one? Or shall I?
Yep. Where you go, Ash?
I will approach him.
Okay.
Try to be professional. Try not too heavy a tread in my chainmail.
Okay.
And go, "Good day, sir. Asher Lois of the Luskan Trading Service. We are here to pick up your package."
He sort of looks at you, and you sense pretty much straight away that he can't actually talk. He doesn't have the ability to talk. He waves at you, does a gesture across his throat, and sort of brushes his hands as if he's pushing away. And then he points off into a dungeon.
Sharpwise will walk up, just
Okay.
tap Louise on the leg.
Yeah.
Give me a second.
You smell.
Oh.
You smell brimstone. Sharpwise.
I'll telepathically repeat what Ash Lois just said.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh, very good. Okay, so you telepathically contact him, and you hear in your as a reply, the deliverers have already been and collected my package.
Oh, apologies for bothering you then.
Right.
And turn around and walk off.
Okay.
Apparently somebody's already picked up his package.
You smell lemon.
Oh. What was that? Sorry, Anthony?
You smell lemon.
Is anyone else smelling this? Is that his cologne? What is this?
anyone with nature as a proficiency can have a roll. You'd need to have the proficiency in it to get a roll.
Nope.
No.
I mean, threads or your
Nope.
no, nobody. Okay. He's a bit of an alien creature to most of you. You wouldn't have even heard of this race. Okay. In that case, you head out and head back to your where you're dropping off these parcels, and they say, right, fantastic. We'll be stowing these all on the ship to leave. We'll be leaving tomorrow. You can meet us at the docks in the morning.
Easy.
The tide is mid-morning, so around 10 o'clock. If you can meet at 10 o'clock, that will be, you won't miss the boat.
Alright, sounds good.
Easy.
Wonderful.
Okay.
Where
Wait, just to check. So with this guy, did somebody bring in the package from Dragonbait already?
They have, yes.
Sharp-wise nods.
Okay. It's quite late at night, and it's not that you'll necessarily struggle, but you need to find somewhere to sleep.
Is there sleeping arrangements in the office there?
No, not with the office. You'd need to pay your own lodgings, but they can recommend places that are modest but clean.
let's ask the bartender
Okay.
where we can stay for the night.
The guy that takes all the parcels that you're handing over also tosses you a small pouch of 25 gold and says, oh, this is the pre-delivered down payment for the brandy from Rule. He was actually telling the truth. The check was in the mail.
Okay. Another 5 gold.
Modest lodging will cost 5 silver pieces, so 1 gold piece between the two for 2 of you. Or just cross off 1 gold and add 5 silver for lodging for the night.
1 gold and 5 silver?
No, 5 silver each.
Ah, okay.
Not the night.
Okay.
So yeah, I've done that. Changed
Okay.
it on my.
Okay. So if you're paying the 5 silver, you get a decent night's rest, enough to change spells if you want for a day voyage. Issue with what are you going to do between now and 10 o'clock, if anything? There's not a lot of time to go shopping in case there's anything extra you want to buy for the sea voyage.
Buy a winter coat for going to Icewood Dale seems
Yeah.
like a good plan.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll buy cold weather gear, some extra rations, a healing kit. The usual.
Yeah, I'd like to buy some arrows.
Okay. So in the player's handbook, we can do this. You can. I don't mind you sort of fishing through it rather than doing it now. It's 10:30. You can go through between now and next week, and add in some extra stuff. You don't have a lot of cash, so just be wary. You can get things for the list price in the player's handbook. It's not like overly expensive or anything here, but on the flip side, you don't get any bargains or anything. What are you going to do with the pony?
Pony can come on the ship, presumably.
Yep, they will take it if you want to bring it with you. The only thing is it's not normal, and you would have to pay for its food for the time that you're travelling.
No problems.
or buy some food for it. So you might want to write down how many days of feed you've got for the pony.
Okay, no worries. Just let us know how long the journey is expected to take.
Yeah, so it's 100 miles to Fireshare, and you might be doing 2 or 3 legs like that. So, maybe you could account for 10 days, but you could probably, if you're just going to restock when you get to Fireshare and buy some more, you could probably get away with 5 days at any one.
I'll buy some extra and just make sure we've got some.
Okay. Same thing goes for healing kits or things like that. You can get anything from the player's handbook, but at least below 50 gold each. I don't think any of you have probably got 50 gold. What are you going to do with these crossbows and scimitars and stuff?
Actually, Sharpie hadn't even thought about it. I guess I'll just sell them off.
Yep. Okay. So you've got 4 of them. If you've only got like 2 hours to try and find a buyer, you can get selling the lot. Someone will offer you 80 gold for them.
Oh, alright.
That's a steal for you, my friend, but
Yeah.
I don't have all day. Good enough.
It's actually, you did pretty well. Even buying a crossbow new is 25 gold, so it's not a huge, rip-off.
That include the scimitars as well?
It includes the scimitars as well, yeah.
Alright.
Elvis is just buying a...
Scimitars are ridiculously expensive.
Well, bladed scimitars are ridiculously expensive. Normal scimitars are normal price.
No, normal scimitars are ridiculously expensive.
25 gold, yeah.
We used to actually... Previous parties just used to count everything in scimitars because they were just so nasty.
Oh, I had that.
No
Right.
good reason.
We had like 30 rusted scimitars by the end of it.
Right. Okay. So, I'll move on.
Are we sharing the gold from the scimitars and the crossbows?
Yes. I'm just working it out, 5 each. And you basically get a scrupulously counted set of money for each of you. That should be... 16 gold each.
Oh. How much is cold weather gear, Anthony? Jeremy Crawford says between 2 to 15 gold. I don't think it's in the book, but I might just have not found it.
I'm just checking.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if it costs like 15 gold, that's perfect. I mean, we can afford it.
It's just been a long sword. Because he can. So.
Okay, and so I'll look that up. Anything else anyone wants to do, or?
Does anyone have any healing potions?
No, I have healing spells.
Yeah.
It might be worth pulling in our money to buy one. Just in
I have
case,
long hands.
They're so
fancy
expensive.
girl over here.
It's a very expensive. Don't worry, once I level up, I'll have enough healing for you. For everyone.
Healing
Not if you're
common
down.
ones are 50 gold each. Ugh.
Someone from like 0 to full health with one spell, so that was pretty good. That was a lucky roll.
Yeah.
Yeah, the life cleric is pretty good.
Elros has to be very careful when taking damage.
Oh, I've got 9 hit points.
The squishy is on 7. And 7 is maximum.
Okay. Yeah, if you want to say you've got cold weather gear, we'll make it 10 gold.
Cool.
Yeah.
Do we need to add that in our inventory as well?
If you want to buy a set for yourself for 10 gold, then that'll set you up for at least for the ocean voyage and trip north. You won't be going mountain climbing or anything like that. It's not. No. Arctic expedition gear. Okay. Right. So you sell your gear quickly find buyers, rush around getting some food for your pony. Lay out all your stuff, pack it all away, and make your way down to the docks. The icebreaker. Let's go and have a look. Should see this resolving. Big 3-master vessel. Life rafts, 3 decks.
Very nice.
There you go.
And
Now that is a cool ship.
it is. It is the icebreaker of famed northern waters. You're given lodging underneath the forecastle. Captain's towards the rear. Let's see. Departs. Yep. So that first night you start to pull away. Many of the sailors all getting the sails all ready, coiling it up, preparing all the stuff. Very tidy ship, very well run, and the captain calls to push off. You can tell that there are other deliverers on the deck as well, so other adventurers that have clearly got similar missions to yourself and their own deliveries to do. That'll also give us a pool of characters from draw from if we change PCs or whatnot. They raise a couple of sails at the front just to guide them out of the harbour. And I will shift you just for now to a where are we? To another map. And you can see yourselves. See Luskan down the bottom here?
Mm-hmm.
And there's your ship.
Oh. And this is where we're heading up to, right?
Yeah. So you're heading along the coast. Whoops, I need to do freehand. Heading up the coast. It's about like I said, about 100 miles to get to here. You'll be stopping in Orkney at some point too. There's Oralsburg, there was one of the deliveries was for there. And then from here you go around to the Sea of Moving Ice, and Icewind Dale proper right up here. Reghead Glacier was one of your deliveries, and it's, as you can see, it's right back here. It's not necessarily that you have to deliver all these packages. Other deliverers could take on the delivery role, and you've sort of done a portion of it. So sometimes deliverers swap jobs, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Okay, so I'm just going to quieten down the ocean. Okay. The first day, you head out. It's fine weather, fairly decent wind, creaking the masts and straining the sails as you're pushed along, making good time. Eventually, night comes and you can retire to your cabins. You're all in hammocks in a single large room, well, large-ish, but there's 6 of you to this room, and it's got windows looking out across the deck. If I move back here, I'll give you a better view of that. Yeah, so move back to select. So from here, you've got portholes sort of looking out here, out onto this sort of area. And yeah, it's quite pleasant, but I'll get everyone to roll a Constitution check. Seasickness.
Just
Constitution saving throw, sorry. Oh, Jackus, the ocean does not like you. Elros threads.
Sorry, ignore the second one. It should be a 9.
Where are you? Threads? Oh, I see. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, Threads and Jackus find that they're nauseous, vomiting over the side for the second half of this day. It takes a while before it kicks in, but yeah, you are not enjoying this first part of the trip. It all felt sweet at the start, but you're now retching over the sides. It might actually take a few days to get your sea legs. Threads, find yourself a spot. Okay. The best thing you can do is be asleep at this point. So I think Jackus and Threads, you're going to both be on bottom bunks. No one's going to want to sleep beneath you.
I'll make sure to grab a pail before I head to.
Yeah, and the rest of you are all on higher bunks. They're stacked 3. It's really, you're really jam packed in this type of ship. So there's 3 hammocks strung across in 2 actual bunks. Now Threads and Jackus, you are completely cactus for this first night, but let me see, of the other 4. Can you each roll an initiative roll but use your constitution instead of your dexterity? So you could just roll a d20 and add your... It's just sometimes people get advantage with initiative rolls and things like that. Threads and Jackus, it's not going to matter to you guys.
Do I have to roll again? Sorry.
Yeah, just roll d20 and add your con modifier. So Elros is on a 4, Sharpie's on a 19, Ash is on a 7.
That's my roll, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I rolled a...
So, Sharpie, everyone's pretty much asleep and you're sort of drifting off, and you hear something on the deck, and you gazing out lifting your head up from your hammock, like let's say you're over here somewhere, looking through the porthole itself. You hear a splash in the water outside the
Well, I'm not
outside the cabin.
stomach, so I'll go out and have a look.
Yeah, okay. You wander out onto the deck, and well, actually, even before you do, when you're looking outside, before you head through the doorway, let's say you're in your hammock, you look up and peer through the porthole. You hear something being thrown overboard, and you can just barely see, because of the angle you've got here, just over here, there's something in the dark sinking into the water. It looks long and oblong, another baguette-sized, but about 6 foot long, like a wrapped up.
So about the size of that keyboard thing that we picked up?
No, bigger. It's more like the size of a person. And you just barely see the shape, which looks like a wrapped up mummy of some sort of shape, vanishing into the water beneath. Remember, it's night, but there is a moon above, and so there's a bit of a glint as you see it descending. Could be the size of it. You just caught a glimpse of it. Could be the size of a human body. And in the corner.
Did I see who tossed it over there?
No, but in the corner of your vision, sort of over in this direction, you see a figure striding across the deck.
Sorry, which direction? Oh, there.
Yeah, down here. There.
Yeah, I'm just going to sneak on out, see if I can get a good look at him where he went.
Okay. Okay, do a stealth roll for me. Okay. Okay, from where you are, you look around, and this figure sort of goes through a door, and the door closes over here. But you notice something behind you. Turning around, there's a figure looking over the edge, all probably looking in the same direction as you were from up here. And the silhouette turns its head towards you and seems to be looking directly at you. And as that sort of caped, hooded figure looks at you, it then backs away just as quickly as soon as you spot it, and it turns to you and then sort of backs away, sort of over the edge, pulling away from, disappearing from your line of sight.
All right, I'm just going to walk up to here. I'm going to kick our door,
Okay.
and then just slowly walk up the stairs just so I can get a glimpse of where I went.
Yeah, okay. You head up the stairs, and it's bare up here, and there's no trapdoors or anything like that, but no figure that you can see either.
Check the rigging around the front, see if he's used any of the crap lines or anything.
Yeah, okay. Do a investigation for me. Oh, okay. One thing you do notice is there's some pools of water, in a sort of, this sort of area.
Pools of water.
Yeah.
Hmm.
That's pretty much it, though.
Yeah, I will wake up somebody, one of the wizards or casters who's got who wasn't seasick. And it was Louise seasick?
It It was Threads and Jackus. Put them in the corners. So, yeah, no, Elros and Akalos are both fine.
Actually, I'll wake both of them up. Says, any of you guys know how to cast Detect Magic or something like that?
No Detect Magic from Elros?
Look at me.
I actually can't hear what Elros just said.
Look at me.
Yeah.
I don't think I have it prepared.
Alright. Just so you know, somebody threw somebody else overboard. Not quite sure why. But they disappeared into a pool of water. I'm going back to bed. Night. And yes, that is intentional. That is what I say.
Alright. Okay, so everyone knows that something, human-sized package just got thrown overboard. And I think it's 10:55, so it is a timely spot for us to finish. You can all, prepare spells and things for an ocean voyage. You've had an opportunity to change things for next week. And also, as a result of this week's session, you've already got recorded your treasure. I'll update your log throughout the week so that you have a record of who you got the packages from, roughly what they were, looked like, or were told, and where they're expected to be delivered to. And you can all go up one level to second level as a result of this.
Thanks.
Now, what I was planning to do, at least over the next 2 sessions or so, was continue this thread, which would get you to Icewind Dale proper. These are additional supplemental game set for the Icewind Dale campaign, but not part of the published hardcover. So my intention was to just slow down the progression a little bit so you can play this material and play the other material as well, which might have been designed to, say, start off from Icewind Dale, at first level. But I will just scale that up a little bit to match the level that you arrive eventually and start playing through that. Unless anyone's got any objections, but this is a way to this is a way to also bring characters together that might be from a southern or non-Icewind Dale setting, and they've got reason to come into that area and more slowly introduce into the setting as we descend into the longest night. So, with that, I will. So one other thing before we close out, just on start times and things. 7:30 is pretty tricky for me unless anyone really so I was testing out 7:30 or 8 o'clock start times when we were doing the run shots just to see how viable that was going to be. The other thing is I don't know until we get into the swing of it how easy it's going to be for me to prepare every week. So it may be more suitable for you guys to get a better experience if we play fortnightly. Again, let's see how that goes. And the last one, which we started off where this was scheduled to be run on Fridays, but we switched it to weekly on Thursdays, at least for now. So I'm open to, so we'll see how we go with the continuing Thursdays as well. I don't know how everyone else is. I think some of you were already joining when it was Fridays, and then we changed it to Thursdays because that was okay. But I think Raf and Chris, you joined after that, so it might have been only Thursdays that you could play.
I can't really do Fridays at the moment.
Yeah. Fridays was...
Yeah, I can't do Friday either.
Yeah, that's right. Okay. All right.
In terms of starting time, I can do the time. I can do 7:30, but I would prefer 8.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Actually, same for me. 8
Yeah.
is good.
Sure. Yeah. Fair enough.
Okay. So let's do that for next week. Is we'll just say dice roll at 8 o'clock because I don't want to say let's start at 8 and then people come in and we don't actually start till 8:15 or so. So well, let's say we'll dice roll from 8 o'clock, and that way people can sort of come in just before that. And we've already done a session 0. I didn't want to do a session 0 as such. I wanted to actually get in and learn who our characters are and so on in game, and we get to do some stuff. Okay, so with that, thanks everyone, and I'm going to close out with our closing music.
Rime-hearted Mother Earth awaits 1 week for thee.
All right, bye everyone.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
See you guys next week.
Says
Thank you. Bye.
Yeah.